Hey everybody, welcome back to Messy Street Studio. So today guys, I got into the spirit today guys. I really prayed, I prayed from the bottom of my soul, from the bottom of my heart for each and every one of you guys, for my family, for anybody that surrounded me. I did a deep prayer. And it really felt good to do that because sometimes when you pray, a lot of people, they just pray for yourself. But they said that prayer is way more powerful when you pray for other people. So I'm just so glad I did that. But let's get into this story time, guys. So guys, I have a story time for you. And this story time is really... I think about it every day because I still think about that girl, and I still wonder, is she okay and is she all right? So let me just get into it. So I met this girl. Right? And when I met her, she was going through a custody battle with her kid, and her kid was in CPS. Like a lot of people that I met in that certain city, a lot of those girls, they didn't even have their children. CPS had their kids. So, I don't even remember how I met this girl. That's the crazy part. It's crazy how you meet somebody and then you thinking back on the story like, how they even meet that girl? No, you know what? That's how I met her. I was dating this dude, right? And we gonna do another story time about him, but he was a nice guy. He was an okay guy, but the thing about him is he had an alcohol problem. I mean, most of the dudes I had, not all of them, but some of them, they did have alcohol problems. But that's not their fault. People deal with stuff. So that's how I met her, because that dude was friends with her boyfriend. I don't know how he met her boyfriend or whatever, but that's how we met. And I was telling, me and that dude, we was going through some stuff, and we were just trying to find somewhere where we could stay, get our money up, and find some kind of place to stay, or like apartment or whatever. So we started staying there or whatever, and it was cool for a couple weeks. I met her boyfriend. He was cool. We would hang out and talk and stuff, and we were just living there and chilling. But when I tell you, it was like the next following month, I think it was starting to get cold too. Yeah, it was starting to get cold, and I don't know what it is, but that dude started changing. Like, he started to show his true colors. And I'm going to tell you, the first thing that I knew that this guy he didn't really have it all there, is when she cooked. Okay? So we were cooking baked chicken. We cooked rice and vegetables or something. And I was telling her, because y'all already know, y'all see me throw down in the kitchen. Y'all already know that I know how to cook. Y'all already know that I know how to throw down in the kitchen. So I was telling her, because she had that kind of, y'all know that cheap chicken where if you fry it, it's just going to be very hard. You're not even going to be able to eat it, because I don't know where they get that chicken from. That must be the old chicken, and they just throw it on up and package it or whatever. But you can tell that cheap chicken. Y'all know those big bags of chicken? Y'all know those big bags of chicken that like Walmart and Food Line sometimes have? That's the I call it sterile chicken, where it's big. Like the chicken wings and stuff is big. That's why people buy it, but it's cheap. So I was telling this lady, I was like, look, girl. I was like, look, listen to me right now, because she's in there cooking and this, that. I was like, girl, listen. I seen that chicken before. I said, I've seen that chicken before. I've cooked that chicken before. I said, you'll be better off baking that chicken. I said, do not fry that chicken. I said, because that chicken gets hard fast. If you're going to fry it a little bit and then put it in the oven. But fry it halfway. Don't fry it all the way. I said, fry it halfway if you want that little crispiness. I said, then put it in the oven. I said, because it's going to be hard as a rock. I said, please, girl. I said, please, do not do that. Because I started figuring how his attitude was, and he was already pissed off when he left. Okay? He was already pissed off when he left. So I was like, girl, please don't do that. She was like, no, girl, I got this. I cooked this before, da-da-da-da-da. I was like, okay. I said, don't say I didn't warn you. She was like, girl, but I don't know how to cook rice. I was like, I got it, girl. I was like, just do what you gonna do over there. So I cooked the rice. I cooked the rice good. Because I'm like, this dude right here, this dude right here, when I tell you he was off the chain, y'all. And I think he was messing with that white girl. And if you know, you know. I'm be honest. I ain't gonna say it on here, but if you know, you know. So I cooked the rice. The rice was al dente. It was perfectly cooked, and I made sure that I perfectly cooked that rice. It was stressful cooking that rice, y'all, because I was like, Lord, I said, please let this rice turn out, not for me, but for her, because she done already effed the chicken up, y'all. She done already effed the chicken up. I told that lady, I said, do not fry that cheap chicken. I said, bake that chicken. I said, bake it, because it's going to be more juicier, and it's just going to be better, but she didn't listen. So, y'all, so when he comes in, hey, we like, hey, how you doing, such and such, da-da-da-da-da. He takes his coat off, you know, does what he does, shower, comes out, and then we start fixing the plates. So I'm in the room, I'm looking at my dude, I'm like, yo, I said, yo, I told her, don't fry that chicken, yo. I said, I told her, don't fry that chicken. But she ain't want to listen. And my dude was like, he said, fuck it, man. He said, forget it. She ain't going to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? She ain't going to listen. Just forget it. So, y'all, when I tell you, because we had 2 beds in the room. We had those blow-up beds. We had our own blow-up bed, and they had their own blow-up bed over there. So he comes in, and he starts to eat. Now, I was like, thank God he started eating on the rice. And the vegetables was good too. But I was like, oh man, I said, when he get to that chicken, y'all, I was praying to God that chicken was not hard. Y'all, when I tell you, he was like, what the F is this? And I knew it just went on out the door. She was like, what? She was like, what are you talking about? He was like, this chicken is hard as a rock. Yo, when I tell you he threw that chicken, he threw that chicken at the wall, and yo, it was like this is the wall, and the chicken hit, and the chicken just went down like this with, cause he put ketchup on. You can see the ketchup, and the chicken just rolling down the wall all the way. And I was looking like, and my dude's looking like, he was like, go fix me something else. Go fix me something else. He was like, this chicken is hard as a rock. He was like, you gonna feed me like this? And I think in the morning when we left, he beat her up. So another thing that happened in there where I just knew that I wasn't gonna be able to stay there. Because I really felt like he was trying to get us out of there. You know what I'm saying? I really felt like he was trying to get us up out of there. And we were trying to get out. We were trying our best to get out of there. But you know how stuff happens. So one day I was in the bathroom, and she had came in there, and she went in the shower. So I'm like, okay, I'm doing my makeup. She in the shower or whatever. When I tell you, he came in, and he was like, what the F is all this going on? And I was like, what are you talking about? I said, I'm putting on my makeup. and then she comes out. I was like, so I'm like, okay, it's getting a little bit too personal. So I said, let me step on out. So I step on out, and he starts arguing with her. He was like, you this, that, and you third. She was like, what are you talking about? She was like, you gonna let her in there? You gonna let her in when you in the shower, you know? And I'm looking like, dude, like I said, is this dude serious? I said, if I'm going to have to put up with this, I said, I'm about to get up out of here. I said, I can't, I'm already going through a stressful situation, y'all. I can't deal with this BS. And that's why I'm telling you, a lot of women that have these friends, you guys shouldn't have to deal with the BS that your friend is dealing with. Remember that story where the girl was friends with the other girl and her girlfriend's boyfriend unalived her? Yeah, it'd be stuff like that. And I felt like that was kind of like the situation that I was in. And then he started coming out there, you know, yelling at me, talking about, you know better than that. You know better than that, such and such. You know you should have been in there. You know you wrong for doing that. I was like, what did I do? So I'm like, I was like, you know what? This is not going to work for me. This is a very toxic relationship that this lady is in. And I used to try to talk to her. A lot of people talk about, well, why you didn't talk to her and why? I did try to talk to her. I did. But she just wanted to stay. She loved him that much. On top of that, he had kids with this other chick. And you know how it's, being competitive and stuff like that. I think that's why a lot of women get stuck in those abusive relationships, because they like, hey, if I'm in this abusive relationship and he's over there with her because he was cheating, he's over there with her, then we both getting beat up. I don't know how it is with people, with women's minds. I guess she's like, oh, well, we both getting beat up, so he over here with me beat me up, he beat her too, so it really don't matter. But I was like, you know what? I'm out of here. So I left. And that goes on to the next. But that's going to be another story. I left. I found me a sugar daddy. That's going to be another story, guys, right there. But so when I left, I just up and left because one day they were fighting, and when I tell you he was whipping her, and I just had to get out of there because he was throwing things and he was knocking over stuff, and I was just like, I'm out of here. I didn't even have the chance to get my stuff. So after that, I had called her, and he answered the phone, and I was like, hey, he was like, what happened to y'all? Why y'all out here? I just explained to him, like, I don't want to be there anymore. But I said, I found another place. I said, stuff over there, it's like really toxic and stuff. And he started yelling at me and stuff. So mind you, I had a friend. Now, it was just a friend of a friend. Me and that dude, we were talking, but we were just friends. So don't think that I'm around here with this dude and I'm over here with this dude. No, it was never like that. Me and him was just friends, but, I had told him about the whole situation, and I was like, I need to go get my stuff from over there. I said, but I'm like really scared, and I'm like, this guy, I said, he just yelled at me, and I'm like, I don't feel safe. I don't really feel safe going over there, and getting my stuff. So, mind you, the dude that I was talking to, telling him, I don't feel safe over there, he knew martial arts, guys. When I tell you he knew all that and this, that, and pop the third, he knew jiu-jitsu. He knew all of that. And I think he knew that dude. I don't know how, where we was at. It was just so small. It was small. Everybody knew everybody, pretty much. But he got on the phone, and he actually, I gave him the number because the dude was like, you come over here and this, that, and the third. He yelling and stuff and then, and I gave him the number. And after he talked to him, I went over there, and that dude showed me nothing but the utmost respect. I don't know what dude said to him. I don't know what dude said. Hold on, I was there. I was there when they talked. Yeah, I was there. He pretty much told him, like, look, she's coming over there to get her stuff, and then it won't be nothing. He said, but I'm telling you, if you put your hands on her, he said, it's gonna be me and you. He said, and I'm gonna fight until the death, until the battle, until one of us is out of here. And I think after he was like, when I got there, he was like, he said, I ain't have no problem with you coming to get your stuff. I was like, yeah. I said, but you were yelling at me and stuff, so I was like, you know what I'm saying? I told him, I said, look, I ain't never had no problem with you and with her. But I said, yeah, I think it's wrong for you to be putting your hands on her. Dead serious, I think it's wrong. I said, it's not right. It's not right. He said, well, I've been dealing with these problems. I said, and that's fine. I said, but you need to get help. I said, you need to get help with your problems. I said, if you really had problems like that, dude, I said, go get some therapy. I said, there's a lot of places out here. I said, people feel so embarrassed. I told y'all before about getting therapy, something that you need. And you don't even have to go nowhere. You can just go online. It's called BetterHelp. I hear about it all the time, BetterHelp. And you can pick from millions of people that know what you're going through. Specific people. If you want a man, if you want a woman, it's all on there. And I'm not being sponsored by them. I'm just telling you that you don't have to go nowhere. You don't have to go anywhere anymore. The people, they have professionals that are online now because they know all that stuff with that epidemic, with all that CO stuff, and that's just what it is. But yeah, so I went over there, I got my stuff, and I said I'll pray for both of you. I said, because I don't want to see anything happen to neither one of you. He was like, yeah. He said, I do need prayer. I do need prayer. But I had seen him again one day. I forgot where I was going. I think I was going to the bus station or something. And I had seen him. Again. And it seems like every time I saw him, he was apologizing. He was like, oh man, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that, man. He said, I was going through a lot. He said, I have a kid, and I'm dealing with that situation and stuff like that. I said, well, don't let it get to you, man. I told him, just do better. Do better for if anything, do better for your kid. You don't want your kid to see you doing stuff like that, because then your kid gonna think it's okay. So, with that being said, so I had went over there one more time because I wanted to actually say goodbye to her, because she was a good friend, y'all. She was a good friend. I'm not going to knock anybody's not. She was a very good friend. She was friendly enough to let me in her home and stay there. And I'm looking back at it now, guys. I'm looking back at it, and I always think about her, and I always pray for that lady. I always pray for her, because wherever she's going, whatever she's doing, she definitely needs prayer. But I really truly think in my heart she let me stay there because she was scared, and she wanted to be around people, and she wanted people to see, hey, this is what I'm going through, lady. This is what I'm going through, and I need help. Even though she kept going back to him, and that's what a lot of things. That's what even that situation with My Jazzy Life and Liv. That's probably why Liv didn't really say anything. Now, Liv was wrong. If Liv does have any kind of information of what she is saying true about those kids, she had a right and a responsibility not to wait. You don't wait on stuff like that. When stuff like that is happening, you go straight to the authority. I'm talking about the relationship with My Jazzy Life and Chris. That's probably why she didn't get involved, because she was like, why get involved when I know you're just going to go back to him? I've seen so many people do that, guys. oh, I'm going to say something about this. I did it myself. And then they be right back with the person. That's why I don't even get in people's relationships like that. And that's why I didn't get in that relationship. I mean, I talked to her when she was down, and I talked to her. I seen the late girl when she was crying and stuff, saying that he was over there hitting her and he was doing this. And yeah, I did tell her. I was like, look, I said, if you keep this up, he's gonna unalive you, girl. I said, you know how many stories? I said, I had friends that happened to. I said, do you know how many stories there are of women that didn't make it out? I said, girl, you have a chance to make it out. And she loved him. So she said, I just love him so much. And there's nothing you can do or try to help somebody when they actually really love somebody with all of their heart. Like, it's different. Like, love is different. When you love somebody, okay, yeah, I love them. But when you love somebody deeply, when you hear about them people talking about, oh, he went away for a week, I can't eat, I can't sleep, I can't do anything, I just miss him so much. Those are the people that you're not going to tell them nothing wrong about their partner. You're not going to tell them, hey, I seen him yesterday with another woman. You're not going to tell them that, because they will go crazy. So that's the situation I had. I still always pray for her, and I pray for all the people that I met through all my trials and tribulations. I pray for everybody. People right now. I pray for you guys. I pray for you guys if you're going through anything, any heartaches, any hardships, financial. I pray for you guys too, because I think everybody needs prayer. But in that situation, y'all, I just had to get out. And if you ever find yourself in a situation like that, just look at this video. Watch this video over and over and over again. Watch this video, because I'm going to tell you, if you stay in toxic situations, you're going to become a toxic person. Just like they said, one bad apple will rot the rest. It's true. It's true. And I'm telling you, man, just don't let people put you into certain situations that you know you're not supposed to be in. If you know in your heart you're not supposed to be at that place, you leave. Don't let nobody convince you to go down that dark alleyway. And there's people waiting to do something to you. Don't do that. Okay, guys? And I'll see you guys. I will call you guys back, okay?